E-Butter go crazy. butter go crazy.
YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again, guys. And today's video is going to be on TD's NFL predictions, guys. Bets, picks, and parlays against the Chiefs and Jaguars, and also the Eagles and the Giants. So I'm going to talk about some prop bets. I'm going to talk about the game flow. Also, I'll bring in some fantasy stuff, and I will get to everybody's questions kind of at the end. But I would every so often I will get to a question and comment. That way you don't sit out here forever waiting on your question to get answered. So guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button. This is cutting edge content. Okay. So let me see what's going on here. Got a few guys. Got Travis Looney in the house. What's up, bruh? Glad to see you, bruh. Okay. So, guys, let's talk about the Jacksonville and Kansas City game. Now, listen, I'm taking the money line, and I'm taking Kansas City. Yeah, Jacksonville is a comeback king. Trevor Lawrence is playing really good. We're learning a lot from Trevor, guys. This is how you develop a young quarterback. I don't want to develop a young quarterback in a perfect scenario. So, let me give you a metaphor right here. So I'm in IT. That's what my job is. So I remember the guy that trained me. He told me you don't want to get a lot of easy tickets in the beginning because it'll make it where when you get tough tickets and you by yourself, you're gonna be struggling. And I believe that's in life. If you like an early struggle, like a bad start makes a good finish, is what my father used to say. So by Trevor struggling early with a bad coach, he know what that is. Now he's got Peterson, and he knows what a good coach is, and he's learning between the difference between the two and getting better every game. As you can tell this season, He's gonna be a tremendous quarterback. To me, the best quarterbacks on the league is guys that struggle a little bit early and learn and get better. So only Pat Mahomes coming in, like that's the only quarterback that I've seen that's like staying on the trajectory and doing this and came in and was on fire. Never really had a down year. So I believe though, yeah, that's good for Pat Mahomes, but I think in the long run, Trevor could possibly, I'm not saying this can happen, but it's a small percentage, but Trevor could catch Pat Mahomes. Now, going back to the game flow, I don't believe that Jacksonville win this game. Do I believe they cover the 9? It's possible, but I'm not playing the possibility when it comes to money. I'm going to go with the money line and who's going to win the game. It doesn't matter about how many points. I'm a money line guy. So it's -556 for them to, that's the odds for them to win it. So I'm willing to throw $100 down on Kansas City to win 25, 30 bucks because it's easy money. I feel like Kansas City should win this game handily. Now, we got to be careful. To me, it's a 30% chance that Jacksonville could win this game. Trevor them could get down a little bit and be down by 14 points, 17 points, and go into the second half, and he could get on fire. Because this guy has that special ability that I like to see in quarterbacks where they can throw the 50-50 balls. Yes, guys, the 50-50 balls. So that's like a corner is on the wide receiver, but the quarterback has to put the ball to a spot where only the wide receiver can get to it, not the corner. That's the upper echelon quarterback play. A lot of quarterbacks can't do that. That's what Aaron Rodgers did. That's what Kurt Warner did. That's what Peyton Manning did. That's what Joe Montana did. So Trevor has learned that. You seen that when that first big game that Zay Jones had, Zay Jones was covered, but Trevor Lawrence was throwing him uncovered. And that's what Trevor can do. So that makes me a little bit nervous. Kansas City do got a really good corners and a decent secondary, but you can't stop a ball that's 50-50 and it's only for the wide receiver and y'all got good timing. It's unstoppable. So that worries me a little bit, but I would still put my money on Kansas City. So far as the points in the game, over 52, I believe this game is going to go 50 points, 52, but I wouldn't bet on it. Because this game, they could come out, this is the playoffs. It could be a tight game. It could be like a 17-10 game or a 21-14 game because it's playoffs. So I'm not just going to go and look at what happened in the past and say, both of these guys going to score 25 points. No, it don't happen that way. Playoff games, people come to play. Defensive coordinators get better. They look at your game scheme. You know what I'm saying? So to me, the only thing that I want to do on this game for as a betting person is bet on Kansas City on the money line. That's what I like. Yep. And let me see. Isaac, what's good, bruh? Glad to see you here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If anybody want to come up, guys, I posted a link. If you want to come up and chop it up with me for a few seconds or a few minutes, you're welcome to do it. And my homeboy Jalen in the house. What's cracking, bruh? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. So what else I want to talk about? Okay, so yes, I broke Trevor Lawrence down, guys. Trevor now. So let's talk about dynasty purposes for us in like fantasy football, right? Trevor Lawrence, guys, to me is the best young quarterback that I want. And I think you need to buy in before this game. Because if he come out hot in this game, you're not going to be able to buy low on him. So right now, guys, I'm in the middle of some deals, trying to wheel a deal. I'm not going to give him away, but I'm going to have to get a haul for him because he's got the sauce. He's the best young quarterback out there for us going into the next level of his career. So, yes, Trevor Lawrence, guys, I think this is a great buy low opportunity before this game. And I was trying to get Geno, Tony Pollard, and Cooper Kupp in a second-round pick. I know you might say, well, that's too much. No, this is a young quarterback in Superflex. I'm not giving him away for, just Tony Pollard, right? Why would I do that? This is a Superflex quarterback that's scoring a lot of points that showed you a lot of promise. And he was the number 1 pick. And he was supposed to be the best draft pick since Andrew Luck. So, moving on, guys. ETN, I think ETN, this is a smash play for DFS. DFS, guys, ETN should smash today. So, I'm putting ETN in every single one of my lineups. The reason why Kansas City is not great against the run. They good. They can rush the passer. They decent against the rushing the passer. They're a solid defense. But their one weakness to me is the run game. So, Travis Etienne being very explosive, I want to use him all day. I'm putting him in my DFS lineups for today. Moving on, this is the second best tight end that I like in this game, and it's Evan Ingram. I think Evan Ingram has boom past his what we thought he could do. Now, listen, Jason Garrett, which was his head coach, mostly was the offensive coordinator with the Giants, used him wrong. He used him like a prototypical tight end, inline tight end, like Jason Witten and stuff. And I thought he shouldn't have done it. I thought Evan Ingram was like a hybrid, like a Shannon Sharp type. So now that he went to Dougie P know how to use him. Dougie P getting him out in space like a big wild receiver instead of having them blocking and really worried about and learning the tight end game. He should learn the tight end game, but he should also play like a hybrid role, like a Darren Waller or something like that, not an inline tight end. So I like Evan Ingram if you want to play him. That's not my favorite tight end in this matchup, but he is pretty good. And Zay Jones, guys. Zay Jones is a guy, he's volatile. He's a boom bust guy. Either he boom or he bust. He's really not like a safe play guy. But I feel like if you're playing Trevor Lawrence, you got to play Zay Jones. I don't think Trevor Lawrence have a good game and Zay Jones don't. So if Trevor Lawrence ball out, I feel like Zay Jones is going to ball out too. Going to Marvin Jones, this is the last guy I want to talk about on the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think Marvin Jones could be a sleeper, a guy, he's cheap in DFS, or just want to break him down if y'all want to take him in a prop bet. I think he could be sneaky. So if you can want to bet him to catch 3 balls, maybe not 4, but like 2 to 3 balls, I would bet that Marvin Jones catch those because the defense is not going to be worried about him. The defense is going to be like trying to basically stop Zay Jones or Evan Ingram or ETN. So I think Marvin Jones is going to have the least amount of like game plan against him. They're not going to be trying to take him away because he's just kind of like a jag, if you want to, no pun intended. So I like Marvin Jones. All right, let's move on to the Kansas City side. Pat Mahomes what he is. I'm not going to sit here and break him down. How many yards he get, I don't know, but this guy is a baller, so it don't matter. He can throw a couple picks and still play really well. I mean, it's Pat Mahomes. So to me, I'm going to tell you now, I'm playing the Pat Mahomes, and I'm going with Travis Kelce. That's my DFS lineups. I think Travis Kelce is going to get a lot of targets. I think Pat Mahomes is going to be trying to get Travis Kelce a lot of targets. Another guy that I want to play in this game is Jerick McKinnon. Now, he's not my number one running back. I like Travis Etienne a little bit better, but Jerick McKinnon still is a pass-catching running back. And in this type of game, with these type of quarterbacks, Jerick McKinnon, he could get a lot of value because, this could be a high-scoring game. So I like Jerick McKinnon. And last but not least, one of my favorite wide receivers that I have in almost every DFS lineup is Kadarius Toney. Kadarius Toney. Listen, guys, I know, and I'm biased. I sit here and take it. I love Kadarius Toney. Kadarius Toney, Tyreek Hill, Amon-Ra. I got certain favorite players. All my subscribers, y'all know that. But the logic here. I'm not just saying this just to put this guy out there. Kadarius Toney, guys, did you see last week when he got a jet sweep, scored? They called it back and they gave it to him again and scored. Guys, that was the biggest play of the year. That let me know what Kansas City, how they trust him and how they believe in Kadarius. So I love Kadarius today. Yes, sir. So I don't know what type of formats that y'all have or what type of betting that you do, but Kadarius Toney is a special play this week. So I would try to take his line and try to make money off of it. I love Kadarius Toney. All right. So, so I would take the Kansas City money line, guys, out of the game. So let's move forward, guys, to the New York Giants and the Eagles. The Giants, I don't want to play the Giants. I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm so glad that we don't got to play the Giants because I don't want to play another divisional opponent in the playoffs. But I'm not going to take the Giants. I wanted to take the Giants, maybe the points and stuff. I think they do cover. If you wanted to take the +8, I would. But I'm going to go ahead and go with the Eagles money line. Again, this is a money line day. So if you want to put $100 on the Eagles to win 40 or something like that, 25 or something, whatever, that's fine. I think the game goes under 48. I think the Eagles score 21 points. The Giants maybe score 17 or 14 points. I think it's a close game. So let's break down some of the players in this game. Let's start with the Giants. Daniel Jones. I think he had a great career. I think he could be comeback player of the year. He done really well. but I'm not taking him in any DF lineups. I'm not trying to put a lot of money on him, but I will put money on his rushing yards, as long as it's not too high, right? Like, I don't know what the lines is. I should have maybe looked for that line specifically, but maybe I would take his rushing line. That's about it. Saquon Barkley, I'm a little nervous. I think the Eagles try to take Saquon away and make somebody else beat him. So I think Saquon could be used as a decoy. That's what I would do if I was offensive coordinator. I would window dress with Saquon, get the defense flowing with him, and then I would run behind, Richie James and Isaiah Hodgins and other guys behind him. So I'm not big on Saquon taking his props today. But the guy that I really, really like, and I got him in a lot of lineups, and I like his props. We have a props for 4.5 receptions, and I'm going to take that, is Isaiah Hodgins. Yes, guys, I think Isaiah Hodgins has stapled him a role in this offense. One thing about Dayball, he don't care about your draft capital, and I respect that. So I respect having an open forum. Like, anybody can play. That's why Pete Carroll is one of my favorite coaches. And y'all think a lot of people think Pete Carroll is kind of sucky, but he okay. Y'all don't understand. This man is probably one of the smartest men that ever coach. Now, I'm not saying he got a great, a perfect offensive scheme or anything, or even a perfect defense scheme, even though it's really, really good. But what he good is doing, guys, is it's like building up soldiers. Like, you can come to him and be battered and beaten, or you be a late round draft pick, and he'll tell you special. So that's what I believe that Dayball has did with this team. He let Kadarius go. Kadarius already had it in his mind that I'm alpha, I'm better than everybody. He said, okay, I can't imprint you. I need young guys that I can imprint. So I think he wanted to imprint Rondell Robinson, and he got hurt. So with Isaiah Hodgins is being there, he can imprint this guy. This guy never really had his opportunities. So now this guy getting the opportunity. Look how he's playing. That's Brian Dayball all the way, and that's the type of coach that I like. That's cutting edge. That's coach of the year stuff. That's why my channel is kind of different. I'm not going with no consensus. Dayball didn't go with no Kadarius Toney, and I respect that for him. I love Kadarius, but I know I'm gonna be able to give a man respect for his type of template that he want to build for his team. So I love Isaiah Hodgins, guys. Go take him over 4.5 receptions. I think that's going to happen. Another guy that I like Richie James, but I like Isaiah Hodgins a little bit more, but Richie James is okay too. So these guys are yak guys. He know how to get these guys out in space. That's why that Buffalo offense was built around Cole Beasley, a quick phone booth type wide receiver. That's what he wants. He don't really like Kenny Galladay's tall guys that can't really get open. You got to throw 50-50 balls to. That's not Brian Dayball's offense. So I like that. Let's go on to the Eagles, guys. Let me get to some of the comments, though. Let me get some of the comments. I appreciate everybody being in here. Let me get to the comments. So Isaac says, ew, EE like picks. What did EE mean, Isaac? Let me know what EE mean. But I like picks going into the next season, bro. I'm biased. I'll tell you that. That's one of my guys. I think he's going to be he's a great buy low right now, especially in tight end premium. So, yes, I like Pitts a lot. There he is. Yes, sir. Second date. What's up, bro? Yes, sir. I know you're going to like this video. I know you've been looking for me to do some bets, man. And by me having a little bit of downtime, I could really go and prep and get the research done and give y'all a good video with this. I just didn't want to go in, upload a video, and do it. So, bro, I'm glad you're here watching it. Thank you, bro. Yeah, he said, what up, bro? He says, 49ers going to win this. Hey, you might be right. I'm not going to champion, even if my Cowboys win, bro. I told you all year that I'm stepping back. So if we win the Super Bowl, you won't hear me bragging. But I'm going with my Cowboys, and I'm betting on them to, I'm going to bet them on money line, and I'm going to bet the points, too. That's just me personally. That's all in my feelings. This is nothing, no research or none of that. So I'm just going with my Cowboys. Jalen says, interesting. Most of the RBs that are in the playoffs are receiving backs. They are. And this is because of the way that the team schemes are. Because that's the new guys. I've been telling y'all about hybrids all year. You see who's in the playoffs. It's pass catching running backs. Now, listen, I'm not saying Derrick Henry can't win you a league. I'm not saying Nick Chubb can't win you a league. But me, you got to catch passes because I don't play in no standard leagues. Even half-point PPR, I still want a guy that can catch passes because he can go for 80 yards receiving. So that's what the new guys, that's what I'm telling you about hybrids. Start looking for guys that can catch passes and can run routes at the running back position. Those are guys you want to target. You can target the special guys. Like I think Derrick Henry. I think Derrick Henry is Shaquille O'Neal. So have you seen another Shaquille O'Neal? No. So you every so often you get a beast guy that can break the algorithms and do something different and win. That's what Derrick Henry is. So don't go looking for that. Don't go looking for just Shaqs. They looking for centers that can shoot threes and pass and all that. But if you are Shaq, of course they'll take you because you're a phenomenal talent. So that's what Derrick Henry is. But every running back is not going to be that anymore. So let me see, where was I at? Let me finish to these questions. Second take says Barkley at 68.5. Okay, 68.5 total yards. I might give him that, but bro, this is how I see it. I'm not even trying to play that game. I wouldn't take anything with Barkley today. I think he can be used as a decoy. I think Philly sells out to stop him. So I'm not taking him, but he could go. He could have 80 total yards. That's easy. I just don't want to take it because, I don't see him getting a lot of big plays. If he gets a lot of big plays, the Giants going to win this game. If he gets some big plays, the Giants going to win this game. Now, listen, the Giants can win this game. I'm not saying they can't, but I'm going to go ahead and ride with Philly. And he says Jones. Okay, Zay Jones is at 45.5. I would probably take that over. I'm not saying that's one of my best bets that I would take, but I would probably take that over. If you think Trevor Lawrence is going to have a good game, that's an easy pick for Zay Jones to go with 45.5. And Isaac says Giants cover for sure, might win outright, homie. I agree. That's why I'm taking the money line. I'm not taking no -7.5 for no Eagles. I agree, man. I was that close from taking the Giants, bro. And the Giants could win the whole Super Bowl. I said what I said. I love that scheme that they have. So, bro, no cap. You speaking facts right there. As far as I agree with you, right? It ain't that I validate you, but I agree with what you're saying, bro. Yes, sir. And Isaac says, Dayball and Wink got them birds flying high. Yes, sir. I don't know who Wink is. Is that Daniel Jones? But basically, yeah, Dayball got them. Yeah, but you got the birds. Okay. He said Dayball and Wink got them birds figured out. Gotcha. Okay, I'm sorry. Got them birds figured out. Yeah. I'm still taking Philly, but like I said, I love Dayball. I think he's a great coach. Great coach. Second take says James is at 42.5 and 4 receptions. Thank you, second take. Thank you for throwing that in there, bro. That's what I need. Thank you. No, that's not the. Listen, he could hit. I'm only can go for what the knowledge that I put in. I've done all my knowledge on Isaiah Hodgins. So that's the guy that I'm championing. But Richard James could go. If they get going, he could go over 42. It could do it in one catch for us to 42.5. The 4 receptions, I think that can happen. I think that's like, I'm going to go over 50% of that happening. That's a good bet for him to catch 4 catches because he's a scat guy. He's kind of like the Rondell Robinson role. Let me see. All right, let me zoom this down a little bit. Okay. So, the next line is, guys, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. So Isaac says Evan Ingram. Yes, Evan Ingram. I think he's the second best tight end in this game. I don't know what his stat line is. I'm not targeting far as that because, like I said, I'm not championing Trevor Lawrence. If I thought Trevor Lawrence was going to win this game and throw for 300 yards, I would take more of these props on the Jaguars side. But I actually think the Kansas City wins, so I'm gonna go with the winning team to get the props. Let me see. So second take says 68 rushing and 95 total. I think he's talking about. I don't know what player he's talking about. That might be okay. That's Saquon Barkley. Yeah, that I'd be nervous about the 95.5 or even the 68.5. If he was 68.5 for total yards, yeah. But I'm just a little nervous. It says Danny Dimes at 45.5 rushing. Whoo! That's a lot of yards to take for a quarterback. But I wouldn't be surprised if he hit it. So if I wanted to take something with Daniel Jones, it would be his rushing. It wouldn't be his passing. And he says Evan Ingram, okay, 48.5 receiving yards and 5 catches. I would go with the 48.5. I would take the over on the 48.5 with Evan Ingram. Yep, I feel good about that. That's one of my bets that I feel really good about. But the Isaiah Hodgins, guys, if y'all can put that out there, I'm taking it all day. And which I said is over 4.5. I think he could get 5 receptions, Isaiah Hodgins, so I'm taking that. Also, I like A.J. Brown, too. I like A.J. Brown for his 5.5. So I expect him to get 6 catches this game. They're going to hyper-target him. All right, going over to the Eagle side, guys, before I get out of here. Guys, again, make sure you hit the like button. I appreciate everybody being here. If anybody want to come up and chop it up with me a few before I get out of here, that's fine too, guys. I'll post the link in the comment section. What the second take says? Second take says I got over under four receptions, 45 yards for Hodgins. Okay, I got the over. Okay. They got the over the 4.5 receptions and 45 under the 45 yards for Hodgins, or you got over on everything? Okay. Yeah, I love Hodgins. I love him to get 5 catches, bruh, and I think he should have 80 to 100 yards. So I'm smashing Hodgins all day. Okay, he said over under meaning that's the line. Okay, that's the line. Okay, I got you. He said he liked the receptions. Yeah, I like the yards too, bruh. I like the yards too. Okay, so let's talk about Jalen Hurts. I like Jalen Hurts. I'm not going with any of his props. I'm mostly on the wide receivers. But I think Jalen Hurts is going to be played well enough to hyper-target A.J. Brown and win the game. That's what I expect from Jalen Hurts. I'm not expecting any kind of stat line from him. I just expect for him to do what it takes to win the game. So I actually like an anytime touchdown for Jalen Hurts, which is probably like not a lot. But I like for him to get a rushing touchdown. I think he could get a rushing touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, that's my sneaky play for the day. Now, this could be completely biased. I do like Kenneth Gainwell. I know he's talented, but I think you could go if you wanted to put like $5 or $10 on any time touchdown for Kenneth Gainwell. I like that line. I think that's a good line. A.J. Brown, I want to smash him with 6 receptions. I think he's going to get over 5 receptions. I think he get at least 6 receptions. Dallas Goedert, I'm not betting on his line, but I like Dallas Goedert. I think he's going to be solid for a DFS play. If you wanted to play Jalen Hurts and you wanted to play Dallas Goedert, I think that's how you team them up. So I like Dallas Goedert okay too. I really like A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith if I'm going to play Jalen Hurts. If you think Jalen Hurts is going to be the top quarterback out of this slate today, then I'm taking A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Miles Sanders, I'm fading. That could be me being biased. I admit that, but I'm just not taking Miles Sanders. I think he's going to get 15 carries at least, but I'm not saying he's going to score a touchdown or anything. I think he's going to do what he's there to do, right? Which is just to be the tough runner that he is. Okay. Okay, Wink is the defensive coordinator for the Giants. Got you. Yeah, Wink is doing a great job too. Dexter Lawrence and what's the other guy named? Those 2 D tackles, them guys, that tandem right there is the best in the league. Them boys, that middle rush, that middle push is rough. I agree, bro. Second take says I like the receptions. Okay. He said, got any touchdown scores? Yes. I like Kenneth Gainwell as a sneaky play. That's big money. But if you want to get out the big money and just find somebody who you know gonna score, I like Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown. I like Trevor Lawrence for a rushing touchdown too. That's kind of big money. But I don't really the rushing game. I don't know. Trevor might throw for all his touchdowns. He might throw one at Travis Etienne. I like Kadarius Toney anytime touchdown. Anytime touchdowns. I love Kadarius Toney with that. Also Travis Kelce too. Let me see who else. He says, how many yards for Mahomes? Bro, I don't know. He can win this game several ways. He can win this game throwing for 2 touchdowns and 240 yards, and Isaiah Pacheco take over, right? I don't know. I know he win the game. I'm not gonna sit here and add up a bunch of numbers and say this is what he's gonna get. That's just me. So I don't know. I say at least 250 yards between 320, 250 to 320. He says Hurts minus 120 to score a TD. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's just easy, kind of easy money. I mean, there ain't a lot of the odds ain't that great. But what about his rushing TD? I like to get his rushing TD. Maybe that ain't even great odds either. Gainwell plus 400 to score a TD. Yes, that's the big money one that I like. Not saying it's gonna happen, but if I want to take like a lottery pick, that would be that. It would be Gainwell plus 400 to score a touchdown. Travis Looney says Boston Scott anytime touchdown. That's a good one too, bro. That's a good one too. Because sometimes they don't even use Kenneth. They'll put Boston in. So I like the Gainwell or Boston Scott anytime touchdown. You get what I'm saying here. Because I don't think Miles Sanders necessarily get that rushing touchdown. I think one of the backup running backs does. Or anytime touchdown. Or passing touchdown or rushing touchdown. I like that. Yep, and Sanders is at 14.5 rushing attempts. Yep, I told y'all that. He should at least get a 15 attempts. I told y'all that. I hadn't even looked at the number yet. And plus 200 to score for Tony. Yes, sir. I like that too, guys. Plus 200 for Tony to score a touchdown. Yes, I love that. That's what he did. That's when they're gonna use him, guys. They don't use him a lot between the 20s. Excuse me, guys. I had a cold this week. So, yes, I love Kadarius Toney for plus 200, bro. I might have to put that in myself. And Kelsey minus 145. That's not, the odds is not good enough for that. I wouldn't play that line. He says Lawrence at plus 380 for a rushing touchdown or anytime touchdown. Anytime touchdown, that's phenomenal. There you go. You're right. Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence. Those two D tackles are monsters. Monsters. I love those guys. He says, I like Mahomes for 162.5 passing yards first half. Woo! I ain't taking it, bro. I'm not saying it's not gonna happen. I just don't. I don't want to take those lines like that, like the lines of a great player and taking those great lines. I don't want to take that. But you could be You could be right, bro. He said Hurts was minus 120 to score a rushing touchdown. It ain't worth to take it then. If it was plus 110, it would be worth it. Not minus 120. He says I can do Zay Jones or Tony to score. I would do Tony for for good money. Not saying it's going to happen, but for my bang for my buck, I'm going with Kadarius Toney right there. That's a great take, bro. Great take. And second take, or Ingram or Toney to score. I like Toney's better. I like Toney. I will go with Toney all day. And second take says plus 380 for Lawrence rushing. Okay. Plus 380 for Lawrence rushing. I like Kadarius Toney better, but that for like $5, put $5 on that or something like that. Yeah, I would do that. But I'm not putting any big money on that for Trevor Lawrence to get a rushing touchdown. Second take says pick a pair between Toney and Zay Jones and Ingram and Toney. Okay, I like Toney and that's tough, bro. I'm trying to find one more for you that I really believe. I just don't want to tell you something just to do it because I know you can't go two Tonys. So I would say Toney. I like Toney's anytime rushing touchdown if you want to do that, if that's what you're talking about. And maybe Zay Jones 45 yards. Let me see. I think you told me what Toney or what I'm not Toney, but Zay Jones. I think it was over 45 yards. Yeah, Jones for over 45.5. Yeah, I would take Kadarius Toney and Zay Jones. Those are two parlays that I would try to parlay together for big money. Now, those are not my safest ones, but my safest ones would be Isaiah Hodgins for the Giants. And let me find one more safe one for you, bruh. It might not be a positive. Let me see. And Sanders over 14.5. Yep, those will be my two safe ones. Isaiah Hodgins for over the receptions and Sanders for over 14.5 rushing attempts. If you don't want to go with the Sanders over 14.5 rushing attempts, maybe we could do yeah, I would stay with the 14.5 rushing attempts. I can't find a better line than that. You also says 55 yards receiving for Zay Jones. Okay, I meant 45 rushing for Danny Dimes. Okay, I got you. I still would go with the 55. I still think Zay Jones could get a big play, and that could be one play, right? Or two catches. So I still like Zay Jones. Yep. All right, guys. So I'm gonna get ready to get out of here today, guys. Let's get ready for this game in about 30 minutes. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. And guys, I will be going live and doing reaction videos to film breakdowns of football, basketball, all of it, to try to get us to grow, to help out fantasy football and basketball, and also I might do a couple baseball things. So this year I'm gonna try to take a leap with my channel and do some different things. Also, guys, go follow me at all social medias. You could go to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Fantasy Good Sports. You can find me anywhere, Twitter. Also, the links is in the description. So, guys, y'all be safe. Peace.